15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Allen now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
2nd and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Play action this time with Love. Throw left side complete. That's Simmons. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Taron Johnson made the stop. On 2nd and 9, Love. And able to find Allen Lazard. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes... This one down just shy of the 20. Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And they get the guard, John Runyon. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Allen going to throw. Steps away to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Chris Barnes drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's got room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Now Love. And he comes back with one complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Bills send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. The 30. 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. A big play there just before halftime.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Love. Touchdown, Packers! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick 1st down. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They'll go with Jones. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers.
You think about the great running backs in the game today. I don't know if Aaron Jones is a name that comes immediately to mind, but it should, evidenced by that run there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On play action, Allen. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And he's got his target, Harris. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big gain there for the Bills.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Allen off the play fake. Buying time to his left.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
He's not going to get me. Check. Fresno. Hey, tight.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this one is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Packers' D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
128 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flush to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now Allen. Flushed out right.
And this one too low.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. Gano's kick is good. And the lead slims to 5 now at 15-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
174 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass, you don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat?
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Allen. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play here for Buffalo.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now Allen. He completes it to the tight end Knox. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Allen.
Forced out to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them all.
They scored and puts them in front here late, and then you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Allen to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating. Even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for Buffalo, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.